Hello world, it's your boy Uncle Allen coming at you from them four walls, dirty carpets, holes and ceilings. Hey, question, a thought, and I'll share my opinion on it later. If you disagree with it, of course, please feel free to hit me in the comments. And my whole target goes not to offend, but something that's just doesn't really happen. Well, not much that I know of is now coming more dominant. All right, but also please like, subscribe, and share. Smash them buttons. They don't even take a second to do. Show love, show support, show your friends. Gonna do the same thing. Subscribe, and liking and sharing. My question that I have concerns trans. More hot topic. Button. You do face the cancel culture with it. Do you think they should have their own sport type situation? And I don't mean give them their own sport to play. I mean their own like league. I say that because if you do follow MMA, powerlifting, amateur wrestling, men who have identified more as a woman or going through the change who are involved in these sports are now crushing the women who are in the sport. Um, Not saying that, hey, you're a man or whatever the case. I'm stating that if you were born a man, you do have the physical attributes, regardless of how you feel. Your size is there. A power lifter, her record was destroyed. A man who's trans, or now a woman, if you want to say, you know, broke that record, set a new record. But since this was a man at birth, regardless of what they identify with, their physical strength surpasses most, women, and set the record. MMA, there's a trans who was, last I checked, crushed some or broke someone's skull. I mean, literally, someone's skull got broke. I mean, so is it opinion that they might, could still do the sport, but have their own, I can't get the word for it, category maybe, there's women's, NBA, there's men NBA, trans NBA maybe, or whichever the case, or should it maintain? If you're a man and you feel you identify as a woman, you go out there, become a woman, and perform in the women's league, and you just dominate. You become the proverbial Michael Jordan of that whatever league you're in. What's your guys' opinion on that? Do you feel, no, that ain't right? Or, hey, if they identify with a woman, let them play with the women. They got it now. For me, a WWE star, I forgot the name, I think it's Tyler something, I forget, 6'5", male wrestler for however many years, now identifies and is going through the changes as a woman. Now, I don't think they wrestle anymore, but if they went to some kind of wrestling thing against the women's division, now at 6'5", muscular build that you had before you committed yourself to the change, you will dominate. Don't dominate men and women. You're 6'5". That's the size of The Rock. Although The Rock's in a league of his own as far as his muscular strength, it's astounding. But that's a different topic. But yeah, what's your opinions on that? Like I said, I'm not trying to offend or anybody if I use the wrong term. I don't know them all. For me, this a lot of it's still new. In my era growing up, just being gay, was like the height of the topic. It didn't really go beyond that, and that was it. So a lot of this stuff is new. I mean, like I found out a lot, some of it like last year new, and it's hard to talk about because when you do, people jump at you. You can't even ask questions without getting attacked sometimes. I've been through that, which is terrible because you're just asking questions. But back to the topic at hand, as far as sports, do you believe they should have their own category or league, I should say, their own league at whatever sport it is? Women, women's trans, men's trans, or whatever the case. It'd be four of them. And they could support whatever. But for me, in my own opinion, if you are identifying as the opposite gender, which of course is trans, it's hard for me to 100% commit to an answer because some of it doesn't seem fair. Me, a man, if I all of a sudden identified as a woman and I went into something that dealt with physicality as my career, I can't beat every woman. I mean, people like China, rest in peace. She's obviously one of the exceptions to the rule. She was just naturally just swole. She was strong. Born a woman, stayed a woman, died a woman. But if you put me up against a regular, woman who's, I could curl 30 pounds in each hand or bench press 120, I'm like, I bench press over 300. You're not going to stand too much of a chance against me if it's a physical, wrestling thing unless your technique is off the chart, because that's a lot of it. I just automatically have a advantage because I'm physically stronger. So, what's your thoughts on that? So, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't think they should be able to set records, but if a man or a woman or whatever decides to go and pursue this and becomes a powerlifter, you could have, holds the trans woman powerlifting record. So you have a woman's record and a trans woman's record. Don't hold them in the same thing. If they're gonna still compete under the same roof, have two categories of records. That's my opinion of a quick one. I just thought of that just now, but yeah, and it's hard to say because you don't want to offend anybody. But I'm a woman, I don't care what I look like. I'm a woman right now. But like, all right, well, we'll put you into the trans woman thing and see what happens. I mean, that's just me. I'm not saying I know a whole lot on the subject because I don't. Not trying to offend either, but would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Until then, hey, pandemic's still going on. Some states may have lifted no mask required. For me, that's a money thing. I'll make a video on that because there's about to be a ton of money made, especially in the medical. So until then, hey, stay safe. One love. Gone.